Good day all. I should technically say good morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning. Sun's just behind the trees there. Algernon, wish my camera zoomed a bit better, but Algernon Siegel is preening himself after his morning breakfast. This morning he had a spider crab. I didn't grab my camera fast enough so you could hear the sound. Of course, when he's eating shellfish, it sounds even more, it just has an interesting noise when he's breaking quahog or mussel shells on the rock. But it's a lovely, quiet morning, and I love this time of year when the season's just ending. And you can tell last time I shared our neighbors across the harbor. They had their big tent up for their big family wedding. I shared the fireworks, and of course all the boats, the neighbors who already gone back to the Midwest and the others to New York had their sailboats out, and that came out the other day, and their big boats got put in their little boathouse. And the last remaining boat is this gentleman here who keeps his boat there through the summer. Probably in a couple weeks that will disappear, and then we get our no boat view, except of course the lovely shell fishermen who come through each morning and each afternoon from this direction down past the docks to manage their oyster cages. So I'm not sure what this week's video will be about, but I've promised myself, grab your camera every so often, take a quick little shot of what's going on, and then at the end of the week, hobble it together and see what's what. But I feel like I'm just trying to flex my video creating muscles again. But now, this is interesting. The last time, I think the video before, I shared a view with the bittersweet, and at that point the bittersweet was still green, but now it's getting its bright golden husks. And what's interesting about them is they turn from that green to that beautiful golden color. And then how you know autumn is truly coming is once they split open, they get that traditional bittersweet look with a bright orange berry in the center, and then the little outer petals of the shell of the fruit. And then we have some, I think that's not Boston ivy, growing through there, which starts turning a beautiful red. Just know it's that end of September feeling when you can just smell October in the air. You can also see just the beginning of the seagrasses getting at their little seed heads that bring the first umbery gold color in. If we were doing this with pastels or oil pastels, we'd be getting out an ochre and just giving little smudges along the top. And then of course I think the shadows, you can tell autumn is coming because the shadows somehow seem steeper. Well, they are longer because of the sun's placement, or the earth's placement I should say. Well, Algernon, time for me to get to the studio and see what I can come up with. Well, this week I've been thinking about, I'm going to take these books down. We always have so much cardboard sitting around from when we have we just get shipments and things like that. And we always have so much cardboard, so I thought it'd be fun to do a little test run because I'd like to do some cardboard things. And this is just a quick little test to see how it does. I did a quick little sketch of one of my little mice characters. See, there he is there. I sketched him out on the tracing paper because that is the best way to get the line on the on the jelly plate, and then I put just some quick paint pens and such. So I just want to see, I don't know if I've left it long enough. It's maybe been a couple of hours. Seems to be coming, oh, it's coming off. Oh, I could have probably left it a bit more. See, whenever this paint is left on there, I know haven't left it long enough. I just wanted to see how it looks, but see, yeah, that's not showing up well, and it's probably because I use such a dark brown in the background. But that's the thing about trial and error, so I'll have another go on cardboard and see. If I had a white charcoal pencil, that would probably be better. So, but it's good to share trials and errors, and since I'm just getting snippets of video from working in the studio this week, why not share that as well? Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, and let's take another little sketch on tracing paper and have another go at cardboard. And here you can see I did the little transfer, and then I just hit it quickly with some paint pen markers, and I let it dry for a couple hours, and I hit it with a hairdryer just to be on the safe side. You can see how there's still some little openings, but that's alright, because this time, to make it show up on the cardboard better, I'm going to use, I'm just going to take straight white out of the tube, because again, part of the fun of playing is the trial and error, because you feel like you can, you know, just do something simple like using the color straight out of the tube. Let's give that a little roll. Now this layer, the final layer that you put for your background, this is the layer that needs to stay wet, because it has to be wet when it has contact with the cardboard. So I also want to make sure it's not too thick, because I want this to dry pretty quick. Since this is a trial, I don't want to wait days and days just to trial things. Let me just hit this one, let me dry this off a bit, and hit it one more time. So it's not quite as heavy. Now I'm going to take my piece of cardboard. You can see cardboard kind of has like a nicer side. See, you can see the grain more there. This is probably the smoothest side, so that's the side I'm going to put down. And so of course I will take this. This will be the top. Take my jelly plate, center it best I can. Again, this is just a trial. And then the drying process begins, so start stacking the books back on. And then we'll come back after it's been dried. Okay, it's been a few hours. Let's check it. Let's see how our second attempt with the cardboard is going to work. So it looks good and it looks dry-ish, so let's see what we got here. Is it going to come off? It does look like it's... The edges aren't quite dry, but again, we are just doing a test run here. Just want to see if we're going to end up with our print. Oh, good. See, that's much better. Of course, it could have dried more, but really, ideally is to leave it 24 hours. I think that's kind of a cute little trial, using a bit of the cardboard. Of course, the lines come through of the cardboard structure, but I kind of like that. Obviously, you can see why the dark background was not correct, and I didn't let this dry enough. But see how nicely that printed? And I like that it's on the cardboard. So I say success. So I definitely want to try some more cardboard printing. I think that's a good idea. Well, I'm outside in the sun. So the next day, I think, can you see the snowy egret flying? I'm trying to capture him. The snowy egrets are still here. I notice they tend to stay later than the herons, the blue herons. However, the last couple seasons, oh, here we go. See the snowy egret? Oh, I hope he lands on the spitting rock. Oh, he's going to the... Oh, there he goes. Let's see if I can get him. Oh, he just landed down there. I'm not sure if I can capture him with my zoom, which isn't very good, but you see his little chums are down there, the other snowy egrets. And Algernon's eagle is in the background on the rock. Can you see the white snowy egrets moving their necks about in the tall grass? It's a perfect time for their luncheon. We'll have to do a snowy egret on cardboard next. Again, I'm trying to just keep little snippets of my day this week so I can make it into some sort of little short video. And actually, I was just coming out here sitting on our stone steps by the beach. And I brought out the little... Oh, can you hear? Here come the geese. Oh, I love that sound. Their plaintive cry. This time of the year it's extra quiet because any summer sounds of people in their summer houses sort of faded away. And I thought just for fun I would take our little cardboard print of the bunny, and I bought these shadow boxes last week when we were at Michael's, and I also got these darling little miniature pumpkins and squash, and these come with little pins, so I thought just for fun I stuck the pins in, not through the cardboard, but just made a little holder, stuck the little cardboard print we made in there with the pumpkins, and I think it's quite sweet. In fact, I'm thinking of in the future getting more of these shadow boxes and maybe making little one-of-a-kind pieces of artwork where I'll pin things in and maybe collect some of my beach combing finds, like sand from our beach and things that are from here, and maybe hot glue and put them in there and make them into little art pieces. Maybe one day to sell on my website, I'm not sure. But I just thought I would share the cute little result of the print, the successful print on cardboard, and I'm definitely going to be trying more cardboard prints this week. Well, thanks for joining me for this week's short little video. As I said, I'm trying to begin to work my video making muscles again, so I can try to get at least a video a week out. And I hope you enjoyed my short clips of working on cardboard. I'm definitely going to be printing on more cardboard because it does seem like fun. It's good even just to do little studies with. It's a great way to find a way to use up all the cardboard we always seem to end up with. So until next week's video, can you hear the blue jay? This time of the year the blue jays are always so much more loud. And the catbird's been following me around. Look how you can really see now that it's later in the day. It's actually the next day and it's later in the day. You can see the sun is starting to hit the golden berries of the bittersweet, and I can see just a couple little orange flecks as they split open. But again, thank you for joining me for today's vlog. Hope you enjoyed little snippets of studio time, having a fun little faff with cardboard printing, which I shall do more of. So until next week, I hope you find a moment to be creative as well, that you're enjoying the weather and whatever season you happen to be in your part of the world. And until then, cheers.